the packing room, the house, the city water, everything comes here. And because of the fact that the water is here and we didn't have water to run out across the whole farm, in 1997 we had about 250 rambutan trees in the ground, mangosteen seedlings, and in the middle of the night kids threw cigarettes or something on the ground and burned the whole farm right down to the grass. So we lost about 235 rambutan trees because of the mulch. So we don't mulch anymore because that's the fuel, and at the end of the dry season it just burns everything until there's nothing left. So I mention it because coming up on your right there are two of the rambutan trees that made it, because they were able to run a hose from the house and keep the ground wet until the fire was over. But all the rest of them didn't have that much luck. I saved 8 trees and 235 got burned. And then that left the whole farm black. A year later, Hurricane Georges finished the job. So the trees were gone, and I had trees I was bringing in to plant, and then the hurricane went right over the farm. So we had wind gusts to about 155, and I'm here a month later with my manager, Robert Luciano. The whole farm is just mud. There's not a grass blade, it's just mud. And I said to Robert at the time, it looked like we had finally gotten our weeds under control. But we started all over. You know, I talked with the crew I had at the time, and I said, if you guys are game, let's do it. So we increased the planting significantly. The mangosteens that went in, some of them survived the fire. Most of them did, actually. So these trees run anywhere from like 12 to 15 or 16 years in age. They've been producing fruit for 6 or 7 years. Most of my trees need to be at least 6 years old to begin producing on a mangosteen. Rambutan only 3 or 4. So all of these are productive. So, ground rules. If you see a fruit and it looks like it's a ripe mangosteen or a ripe rambutan, eat it. Just enjoy yourselves. Every time you see a rambutan, enjoy it. If you think it's poisonous, don't eat it. If you're standing on an ant nest, you're going to have a bad day. Look down. The ground is soft. If it's even more soft, it's probably a nice little ant mound, and you're going to have them running up your legs, and then you'll be doing a dance to kill the ants, which I call this Macarena. It's not pleasant. So just keep an eye on where you're stepping, and make sure as you go that you don't find yourself becoming the victim. Anyway, let's head down a little bit.